I think this concept of like basically having virtual, biotech companies could become more and more common, which I think is really exciting, right? Like, I think that's a really important point because like the more AI can simplify biological workflows, the more you can standardize those workflows, right? And that's really important because, like, for example, this Evolve Pro, we're trying to develop some, for example, autoimmune antibody drugs now, and we don't actually need a lab space to do that, right? So we can actually work with CROs where you literally just have the AI design the molecules. The CROs run them through all the assays they already have set up, and you just feed that data back in. You do that active learning loop over time, and I think this concept of like basically having virtual, biotech companies could become more and more common, which I think is really exciting, right? Like imagine, right, you don't have to tinker anymore, right? Like if the science becomes less complex, you don't need to be that lone person in the lab just tinkering around until something, you have that eureka moment. And that's cool because like biotech's really hard. It's really expensive, right? Especially when you need lab space and equipment, and the timelines are long, which makes it even more expensive. And so if you can virtualize the lab, that actually helps to bring down that burn, makes companies look a little bit more like tech companies, right? Where you have a bit more of that margin and scale and runway. And I think that could be very good for the industry because like you can then have more people developing drugs, right? You can have more drugs coming to market. That's better for patients. It also increases the cycle time for biology. This is one of the big issues, in my opinion, with biology. Like in tech, the world changes every week, right? You just have such a fast iteration time, right? You things can change more quickly, and you have that compounding effect. Which with biology, the iteration times are so slow, and that just makes everything slower, right? You lose out on that compounding effect, and so that's one of the things I'm excited about AI in biology, hopefully changing. But